Okay, normally I would do this bilaterally, but for the video I'm not, so I'm gonna start with palpation. So this is the adductor group, or the adductor magnus, sorry. This is the adductor longus and the adductor brevis. And then we have the pectineus up here. And then I'm gonna have you flip over. Oh, just kidding. So it's medial structures. Anterior is, ASIS is right here, and sartorius goes across this way. And then we have the rectus femoris here. And then flip on your side. For lateral, we have the iliac crest, which is here, and then we have the gluteus medius right here. We have the tensor fasciae lata here. We have the greater trochanter right here, and the trochanteric bursa is right over it. And we have the IT band here. And then flip over on your stomach. The sacral crest is here. The PSIS is there. Gluteus maximus is here. Sciatic nerve goes all the way down through there. The hamstrings are here. And then now I'm going to go into active range of motion, so flip on your side, on your back, sorry. So I'm going to have you go into hip flexion. So you're going to bring your toe up as high as you can, keeping your knee straight. Go. Okay. Now I'm going to measure that. Okay, go. Okay, she's a little tight. She's at 115, but it should be at 120, 130. And then I'm gonna have you flip on your stomach. Now I'm going to have her do hip extension. Okay, I'm gonna have you bring your leg up as far as you can. Oh, dang girl.
My hip line could not.
Okay. Okay, so she's at 20 for hip extension. So now I'm gonna have her do hip abduction. So flip over.
Side or back?
Back. Gonna have this here. Okay. Okay. Gonna have you bring this leg out as far as you can. Okay. For hip abduction, she's at 45. And now I'm gonna have you do adduction. So put this leg out a little bit. And I'm gonna see how far in you can bring this leg. So go that way as far as you can. And for this one, she's at 30. Okay. I have to do hip internal and external rotation. Okay, scoot to the edge of the table. Have your knees up. Yeah. Okay. So point your toe this way. Bring your like that. Okay. So this is hip internal rotation. And she is at 45. Okay, now I'm gonna have you do hip external rotation. So you're gonna bring your foot in. That's a lot more. That one is at 50. Okay. So now I'm gonna do all of those for you, so lay back again. So I'm gonna do passive range of motion of hip flexion, hip abduction, hip adduction, adduction, flip over, hip extension, scoot to the end of the table. Gonna have her do internal rotation and external rotation. Okay, so that's passive range of motion. For manual muscle test, I'm going to have you like this, an internal rotation, and I'm gonna have you push against me, okay? Go. Okay, good. So internal rotation is testing the adductor group and the medial hamstrings and the gluteus medius and maximus. So I'm gonna have her do external rotation now. So push against me. Good. And that's testing biceps femoris, gluteus maximus, piriformis, sartorius, and external rotator group. Okay, lay back for me. Okay, now I'm gonna have you bring your leg up, okay? Go. As far as you can, keep going. Okay, so this is testing hip flexion, and with her knee straight like this is testing her rectus femoris. And then I'm gonna have you scoot to the end of the table. And now I'm gonna stabilize here and have you push up against me. So this is hip flexion with her knee off the table, and that's testing the iliopsoas group. Okay, now we're gonna do extension, so flip over. I'm gonna stabilize here, and you're gonna bring your leg up as high as you can. Good. And with her leg fully extended, doing hip extension is testing her hamstrings. And then I'm gonna do it with her hip at 90, and then you're gonna go again. Bring it up. And that's testing the gluteus maximus muscle. Okay. Flip over. Okay. So I'm gonna bring your foot into abduction, and you're gonna push in, going against me, okay? Okay. So abduction, or sorry, let me do that again. So I'm gonna push here, and you're gonna push that way against me, okay? Go. She's going into abduction. That's testing her gluteus medius and her gluteus maximus. And for adduction, I'm gonna have you lay on your side with your knee like this, and then I'm gonna hold here and bring your leg up this way, okay? Ready? Go. So this is testing hip adduction, and it's testing the adductor group and the pectineus and the gracilis. Okay, now I'm gonna go into special testing. I'm gonna start with the iliac crest compression test. Lay on your side. And I'm just gonna apply pressure here, and if she has pain with that, if she has SI joint pain, then that means it's she has posterior SI ligament irritation or a sprain of that ligament. Okay, so now lay on your back. I'm gonna do the anterior distraction test, and I'm gonna cross my hands like this and push down on the ASIS. And if she has pain from that, in the SI joints, then that means that there's anterior SI ligament sprain or just irritation of the ligament. Okay, now I'm gonna do fulcrum test, so you're gonna sit at the edge of the table. I'm gonna put my hand under here, and I'm gonna push down, And if she has pain during this, then that means that there is a test fracture of the femur. Or a stress fracture. Did I say test? Stress fracture of the femur. Okay. Of the femoral neck, I should say. Now I'm going to do the hip scoring test. So I'm going to have you lay on your back with your hip flexed and your knee flexed. I'm going to go like this. And I'm going to internally rotate your hip and externally rotate your hip. And if you have pain with that, or if the pain is reduced in these motions, then it's a defect in the articular cartilage of the femur. Or it could be a labral tear, or even the acetabulum. Okay. So now I'm going to do Patrick's test. So I'm going to have her go into a figure 4. Ooh, girl, you are tight.
I am.
So I'm going to apply pressure like this. Are you pushing against me, or is that just how tight you are?
How tight I am.
And since this leg is way above this leg, that means the test is positive, which means, or if there's pain in that, or pain in the SI joint during that, then that means she has less mobility of her hip because of tightness of the iliopsoas muscles, which means it could have like spasm, or just it's just functional. Okay, so now we're gonna do Ober's test. So you're gonna lay on your side. Okay, you're gonna bring this leg up and over. Oh wait. Okay, scoot to the edge of the table. Up this way. Keep your knee straight if you can. So I'm gonna apply pressure here and here. I'm gonna have you do it the other way. Face me. Okay. I'm gonna have her bring her leg up and over, and I'm gonna apply pressure both here and here. And if the pelvis moves before the leg adducts, or it stays in an abducted position, it means there's tightness of the IT band. So now I'm going to go into Ellie's test. So lay on your stomach. I'm going to have my hand here and here. I'm going to flex her knee, and I'm going to feel how, I'm going to pay attention to how her hips move as I flex the knee. And if I flex her knee and her hip also flexes, then that means there's tightness of the rectus femoris muscle, which is in the front. Okay, now I'm going to do Trendelenburg's test. So I'm going to have flip over. Actually, you're going to stand for this one. You're going to have your hands there. And I'm going to watch her PSIS back here. And I'm going to have you stand on one leg. And I'm going to pay attention to see if her hips drop. Or if she has pain standing on one leg, or if her hips drop, then that means like if the non-weight bearing leg, if this leg goes down, that means she has weakness of the gluteus medius muscle of the weight bearing side. So that means if this one drops, this one is weak. Okay, back on table. Okay, you're gonna lay on your side. Okay, your knee is gonna be flexed this way and hip like this. I'm gonna stabilize the iliac crest and lateral knee.
That's 15.
And I'm gonna push the knee down. Scoot to the edge of the table. I'm gonna push the knee down like this. And if she has pain or tightness, that means the test is positive. And it means she has piriformis syndrome, or it could be like entrapment of her sciatic nerve. Okay, so next test I'm gonna do is femoral nerve traction test. So I'm gonna have you lay on your side with your hip and knee flexed at 90. Maybe face me. Okay, actually, sorry, the other way. Hurry. Okay. So I'm going to stabilize here and hold the knee. And then I'm going to extend the hip while keeping the knee flexed. And if she has pain or paresthesia during that, that means it would be nerve impingement of either any of the nerves L2, 3, or L4. So any one of those. Okay, so now I'm going to do the hamstring tendon reflex. So lay on your stomach. Steal your jacket. Okay. So I'm going to find the hamstring tendons. I'm going to put my thumb there. And I'm going to hit my thumb. And her hamstring should reflex. So when I'm doing the medial hamstrings and it doesn't reflex, that could mean that it's a nerve root problem with the L5 or S1. And if I'm doing the lateral hamstrings, that means that there could be a nerve root problem on S1 or S2. The implication would be if it was bilaterally, it would be an upper motor neuron lesion, and if it was unilaterally, then it would be a lower motor neuron lesion. Okay. So now I'm going to go into reflexes. Scoot to the edge of the table. Okay. For L2 through L5 is her patellar tendon, so I'm just gonna hit there, and you saw her leg reflex. And then for S1 and S2, I'm gonna have you lay on your stomach. And I'm gonna test her Achilles. There you go. Let me get pencils. Okay. Okay, so lay on your back.
I hate this one.
No, on your back. On your back. Okay. So you're gonna tell me if it's hard or soft, okay?
Great.
So I'm gonna test at L1.
Hard.
You looked, you cheater. Close your eyes. L2.
Soft.
L3.
Soft.
L4.
Hard.
S1.
Hard.
And S2.
Soft.
Okay. That's it.